just standing there telling her the age saying, look, I don't know any black. Not your new man, you got this, not that, I don't know. And my mom was like talking to her saying, well, women and kids and this and that and all, right? So I phoned around and I like to say, well, the chair and I said, I said, take it to her home and I said, don't speak to me in front of the children and that. I said, look, I'm go home, take her out of the situation. There you go, I said, it's the end of something.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky. That's an absolute beauty.
Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot. Should be safely on deck.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Locked in on the read and the speed. In red figures at 1 under par. So a tester from 4 feet. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. There's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11th.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green. This one just inside 30 feet. Certainly you wouldn't call that close.
On the computer, it registers at 29 feet.
Surely not.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does.
Well, that one's got a stink. There's a good stroke.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Drops it, and he's at even par. Just 5 feet left. Still even par for the day. Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4. It's long enough, you know, sort of that 450, 460 mark. Bends a little to the left. Really, you want to be in the middle of fairway here, because that second shot with the green just tilting towards the hazard. One of the toughest second shots you have on the golf course.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem. It's no snack, though.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. And he's putting for double bogey now. So 2 over par for the round. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Still playing even for the day after the par. And another par 4 here at the 13th TPC Boston.
This is a slugger's paradise. Plays much longer than its 450 yards uphill. Big carry with the tee shot. That second shot's not exactly short either. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. On the green in regulation. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good putt. And now 1 under par. Two over for the day. Back here at the par 4 14, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Second from an excellent lie. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
From the heart of the fairway, 180 yards in. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Ricky Fowler for eagle. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Locked in on the read and the speed. Counted for an eagle. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing, too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the... Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
How does that not go in? 10-foot putt left. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make Michael Dublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
So with that, 1 over par. Just a little tap in here. And he makes it for a bogey here. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
This one looks right on point. Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad. Hazard.
Maybe wet. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. These putts keep the round together. Has it, and he's 2 under par. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So, 2 over par for the round. Just a couple of feet. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that pot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Let's see what Ricky Fowler can come up with here on the approach. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. He's hit it very close, and he will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. And getting ready for the putt. Starting to really play well, -5. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.